Look, right, I don't want to get into a big heavy argument about this. Evening guys, British PT here. Don't be put off by the fact that I'm wearing the same shirt 2 days in a row. I'm clean, apparently. Yeah, so I wanted to make a quick video for you today. Just something that I noticed on social media that I could think is quite funny. I don't know if you have it in America. We got it here in the UK quite a lot. I'm just assuming people are watching this are from America. You might be British as well. But yeah, so on Facebook there's loads of like residential communities, you know, like community page. So I live on an estate, a nice estate, where I live in the UK, and I'm a member of the community page on Facebook, and I'm a member of one where I work as well, because my office is actually where I am now. My studio is based in a residential estate, and it just makes me laugh when people put stuff up there and they're surprised by the response that they get. I'll give you an example. Some woman today put up a post on the community page moaning about people's kids in their gardens jumping up and down the trampoline, which I get is frustrating if the kids are screaming and stuff, though it is summer, you know, whatever. But the thing that made me laugh is nowadays, and it kind of brought this to my attention, which is what I want to make the post about. Nowadays, people are so quick to jump on social media and talk about the problems, or to look for a solution, or to talk about stuff. Irony, going on social media to talk about the fact that we go on social media to talk about social media. Yeah, but it did get me thinking. This is slightly different because it's a platform I'm putting my voice and opinion out there. So social media is a great thing, can be used for good things. But it kind of made me think, are we now dependent or using social media for stuff and shit that we should be doing ourselves? For example, 20 years ago, before the invention of social media, would this woman have felt the need to write on a big board, a big poster board, and go and, you know, super glue it to her local, you know, pub or shop or something, saying, I've heard a lot of noise coming off the trampolines in my house. What do you think? And post it in her town, like up on a big billboard for people to look at. No, you wouldn't have done that, would you? What would you have done? You'd have gone and knocked on the door and spoke to the parents. Hi there, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I'm really sorry to knock on your door at 6 o'clock at night, but little Andy and Jenny down the road there are making a buttload of noise, and I'm trying to listen to my Adele CD, and I can't do that because they keep screaming at each other and playing, you know, Britain's Got X Factor or whatever on the trampoline. And it made me think, you know, how many things nowadays do we resort to going onto social media about when we could just deal with it in person? How many fights have you seen between people on social media when you think that would never blatantly have happened if they were face to face? Case in question, my video yesterday talking about Rich Piana, you know, the whole Order 66 thing that he had with the bloke whose name I can't even remember anymore. Whatever, first world problems. Not really a first world problem, but you know, forgetting someone on Facebook. YouTube. Anyway, it got me thinking, that fight, that slapboxing, that would never have got to that stage had they not had social media. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, Rich Piana's, you know, big guy, he kind of looks a bit slow and stuff, but let's be perfectly blunt. He don't look like he can't fight, you know? I mean, yeah, he's a bit cloudy, but, you know, he looks like he could fucking bash some face in, right? And to be honest with you, I wouldn't go up to a guy like that and kind of piss him off. Because he's kind of big, you know, and it's a dog-eat-dog world, so you've got to be careful. That's why all guys out there want to make themselves look big, because things are a lot easier when you're taller, apart from getting through low doors. So yeah, anyway, it got me thinking about how many times do we use social media when we should just deal with it in person. As a personal trainer, I know the value of speaking to people and talking to people about the problems and just getting shit out in the open, you know? But putting something on social media doesn't get it out in the open. It just kind of aggravates it, because people read it, and it's not like they then go and talk about it. They'll just sit there and think and ponder. And go, I'm going to beat the shit out of this guy, and, you know, put a response up. So I'm sure now someone's watching this going, that guy's fucking annoying. I don't like his accent. I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he's worn the same vest 2 days in a row. And go on some fucking keyboard warrior hunt for me. Which is absolutely fine. But let's be honest, unless he's bigger than me, he's probably not going to do that unless he's on social media. If he was standing in front of me and be like, I don't like your attitude, I don't like the way you talk. Well, I'm very sorry that you're offended. But deal with it. You know, this is the other thing. When did being offended become like being punched? Seriously, I watched this thing, and this is stolen, by the way, so it's not, I'm not going to take credit for it. I can't remember the guy's name. There's a comedian I was watching the other week. When did being offended become the same as, like, being beaten up? When did being offended become the same as abuse? You know, like I said, this isn't my thing, but it just made me think about it. When did sticks and stones no longer become relevant? Honestly, yeah. If someone says to me something and I don't like what they're going to say, well, so what? Nothing happens. Like, I don't suddenly go, my eye's fallen out because you've said you don't like my hair. No, you know what I mean? If someone comes up to me and says, I don't like the way you talk. Sorry. Well, you should do something about it. Like what? Not talk to you. There's a quick solution. How's about that? How about you just don't fucking listen to me when I'm talking if you don't like the way that I talk? There's plenty of other people in the world to go and listen to. Yeah? I don't like your opinion. Well, that's the point, isn't it? Surely, if we all had the same opinion, it wouldn't be a fucking opinion. It would just be fact. You know? I don't know where this kind of common sense thing came from nowadays, that you're like not allowed to be offended. Fuck off, you now, let's be offended. This is the thing, I swear quite a lot. I quite like swearing. I have to be mindful of where I swear. I can't swear like when I go to pick my kids up from nursery or playgroup or the older ones from school. I can't be like, you alright boys, fucking get in the car then. You can't do that. Yeah, that don't go down very well. Teachers, students, parents, doesn't go down very well. I could do it. I wouldn't be arrested for doing it, but it doesn't look very good because people go, he's a cock. Well, they think it because they can't say it. But that's not the point, is it? Really, you make it socially appropriate. Now, I deem it socially appropriate that if you're on my YouTube channel and I want to go fuck, I should be able to do that. I'm offended by the fact that you swore. Well, don't fucking listen to it then. Fuck off. If you don't like it, I'm not earning any money out of this. I'm just doing it to kind of vent my frustrations about the world that we live in and talk about shit that I think is important. But social media is one of those things, a bit of a grey area. See, if you've got a social community, if you've got like a residential community and you live in that residency, would you walk into the shop and go, fuck me, you're all ugly? Probably not. Would you walk in and go, fuck me, the service here is fucking shit? You might do. You could do that. People have done that before. But the response you got in the shop, I guarantee, would be completely fucking different to the response if you went on to the community page and said, the service I got in the shop today was fucking shit. It's a fucking awful shop. I guarantee that, well, it depends on who's in the shop, to be fair, when you said it, but I guarantee you'd get a buttload more responses on social media than if you did it in the shop. If you went into a shop and said, this service is fucking disgraceful, I'm pissed off, I guarantee, unless you were being overly aggressive, no one would say anything to you. Maybe the shop manager would come out and apologise and give you a free coupon to get some baked beans or something. But generally speaking, nothing would happen. If you do it on social media, you look at the backlash you get on social media. People who are on a keyboard, case in question, when they're behind a camera or behind a keyboard, have bollocks the size of fucking footballs because there's no consequences nowadays. But, as we saw yesterday in my video about Rich Piana, there clearly is when you're face to face with them. So I suppose really it comes down to, what do we deem consequential when we're dealing with social media? I can't answer that. Maybe you could. Answers on a postcard. Yeah, no one uses fucking postcards anymore. Comment below. Try that. Alright guys, yeah, that's my pondering for today. New videos out whenever the fuck I feel like doing them, really. Sometimes daily, sometimes not for a week or two. But then again, I did only start the channel yesterday, so watch this space. Alright, it's time for my wicked outro now. Made it myself using Splice. Splice. S-P-L-I-C-E. Download it in the App Store. Don't use Android. I use iPhone. Anybody wants to send me any kind of sponsorship deal, Splice, iPhone, Android, but I don't use them, send me some money or some products. This is shameless advertising from the British PT. Anyway, the British PT, I don't drink tea, like and subscribe for no reason other than the fact that it will boost my ego. Thanks guys, see you later, peace, bye. Enjoy the rain and don't be too down. Bye.